What's up, faithful? Hopefully, you guys are having a little bit better day. Things are starting to settle in as far as what's happened with Trey Lance, what the state of this team is. And listen, I know that everybody processes things differently. I know I'm still a little bit bummed about the situation, but we are moving forward as a faithful, as a unit, and we'll see what this team can do. I want to be clear about this. You see the answer in the thumbnail. Yes, my mind has changed on is the injury on Kyle Shanahan or not. But this is not a bashing session of Kyle. This is not a I want to fire Kyle. This is not I hate Jimmy and I'm not rooting for this team going forward because of all of this, which I know that's where a lot of people are. But I have to be honest with what I'm seeing. And as more information comes in, I'm changing my mind a little bit on whether or not I blame Kyle Shanahan for the injury. And I will show you what I'm talking about right now. Now, I don't know how well you can see this. I will read it if you cannot, but I found this Ed Werder article from September 26, 2021. Or excuse me, it wasn't an article, it was a tweet. And it was quoting Kyle Shanahan. Despite injuries at running back, Kyle Shanahan doesn't view rookie quarterback Trey Lance as a solution to create rushing yards. He's not Lamar Jackson, he told me. Trey is a quarterback who has the ability to run, but to just line him up and run him, I mean, the game's too physical. This is out of Kyle Shanahan's own mouth. He knows. Just last week, Trey Lance said that he understood that he's not more physical than these guys in the NFL. He's not faster. He's not bigger. So both Kyle and Trey acknowledge this. Yet, when you look at things, Kyle got very snarky when pushed a little bit yesterday about if he was running Trey too much. And let's just look at the facts. Kyle said, "Do you watch other teams play?" Being very snarky when he was asked the question. Let's look at other teams because Trey Lance was averaging 13 carries a game when he was starting. Josh Allen averages 7 carries a game. Lamar Jackson, who is the most dynamic running quarterback in this league, might be the most dynamic runner, period, averages 11 carries a game. Trey Lance, a guy that you said is a quarterback, a guy that, quite frankly, when you look at his best game, the game that they beat the Texans in a must-win situation last season, right? When he's not as developed as he is now, he threw the ball way more than he ran. He ran, I think, 8 times, and 6 of those were designed. That's probably the sweet spot with Trey Lance. You want to be between 6 and 8 total carries a game, I believe. I'm not saying you can't run him. I'm not saying don't run him. But when you're averaging 13 carries a game, that blows my mind a little bit. Listen, you drafted 2 running backs 2 years in a row in the 3rd round. And Trey Sermon, who's not on this team, and Ty Davis Price, who didn't even suit up week 1. You're running Trey Lance, a quarterback, and Deebo Samuel, a wide receiver, more than you run these guys. To say that he deserves none of the blame, I think is a bit disingenuous. And I will admit, yesterday I said, listen, it's a freak thing, it's whatever. But as I dug a little bit more and I saw some of these things come out, these quotes with Kyle Shanahan, where he made claims that Trey is not a running back and that he shouldn't run him a ton. And then I look at the numbers of a Lamar Jackson and a Josh Allen, who frankly are more dynamic runners than Trey. And he's essentially doubling what Josh Allen does. And he's getting an average of 2 more carries per game than what Lamar Jackson has averaged throughout his career. Man, that's really, really hard not to put that on Kyle Shanahan. So do with this information what you will. But like I said, this is not me saying fire Kyle Shanahan. This is simply me acknowledging what has happened here and saying that Kyle Shanahan has to take accountability. He just has to. Maybe he is behind the scenes, but to us outwardly, I don't feel like he's done that. And that's a little bit frustrating. It's Super Bowl or bust for this team. To me, the most important thing for this team this year was to develop Trey Lance, get the future rolling. It's a big reason why I wanted them to start Trey Lance last year so they didn't have to go through that this year. And now we're kicking the can down the road again because he's hurt, right? And although I can't say, hey, Kyle's the one that made the hit. He's the one that got him hurt. Absolutely not. But when you play with fire, you're going to get burnt. You just are. And they were playing with fire too much. So let's continue to support the 49ers. Let's rally behind Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's see how well this team can do. Expectation is still playoffs. We'll see once they get there. Anything can happen. And that's kind of where I'm at. But Kyle Shanahan, man, you have to take more accountability than you have. That's just my opinion based off of the information I was able to dig up and based off of kind of some of the research that I've done around the league from other quarterbacks who are quite frankly more dynamic than Trey Lance as a runner. And looking back at Trey Lance's best game with the 49ers being the Texans was the game that he ran the least amount. So to act as if you can't run the ball 30 plus times without running your quarterback into the ground like they've done with Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo isn't a runner. They can still run the ball a ton. To act as if you can't throw and win a game with Trey Lance when it's already been done, I can't go, man. I can't go. So this is me kind of getting out the end of my frustration. I'm sure I'll talk about it a couple more times this week. And then after this week, we're moving on. So stay tuned. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Be back Tuesday with Sunil. Peace.